Hey, welcome in.
Welcome to the Arrowhead Addict podcast.
We are here coming to you live.
Let me tell you, the dopamine, it's flowing.
I am damn excited. Damn excited.
We are so excited to be joining you guys tonight.
Oh! Well, how you doing, man? Patrick.
Will Sterling.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, two-time Pro Bowler, and Trent Green. Trent Green, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, he picked it up! He picked it up! He's gonna score!
And we'll see you next week. But until then, as always, go Chiefs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kingdom's Queens podcast with Arrowhead Addict. We're so excited to be here with you guys tonight, and we are, as of today, officially 85 days away from NFL kickoff, which is so exciting. We're in the 80s. I love it when we get to the, get to the different stages of the off season. So anyway, it's not too crazy in the NFL world right now, but we do have some fun stuff to chat about tonight. So I'm your host, Lexi.
Hey, y'all, what's up? I am Jodi. It's so good to be here with y'all because we definitely took last week off. Yeah.
We did.
Last week we were like, there's not really anything going on. And I really wanted to watch the Royals game anyway. So yeah, but super glad to be back with y'all today because we do have some things to talk about. And
I like that Slothy Styles calling us out quickly. Said, we're starting early at 7:03. Maybe
after early. No, this isn't early. Is this early? Are we usually late?
We're usually a few minutes late. Yeah. It's okay.
We're just girls.
Literally just girls in the off season.
I'm just a girl. No, I'm just a girl.
It is Robert Tonyan days too. He's asking, yes, and that I put Mark Bordiger on my. Sorry, I'm choking on my
dying?
Twitter today. So,
I'm like, are you dying? What's happening?
Yeah, I need water.
Anyway, well, tons of things happening around the NFL. As we know, the Chiefs are still in minicamp. A lot of people have started.
Not even minicamp, it's OTA.
Oh shoot, we're still in OTA.
We're still in OTA days.
Because most teams have already started minicamp, and I was like, we're still in OTAs, and then I was like, I guess we could start a week late, but I think we also started OTAs a little early. But is there really a difference?
It seems like we're doing an extra. It feels like we're doing an extra week of OTAs and then minicamp.
I'm not mad about that. I have a reason why. Because OTAs are technically voluntary. They're not mandatory versus minicamps are more mandatory. And it could be a matter, even though most of the guys are there. So I really don't know what the reason is. I was going to make up a reason and well, maybe it's because they still want to vacation for a few days. No, they're all here. So I'm not really sure what the reason
they're here, and if not, they're training elsewhere. So I'm not, do what's best for you. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do, boo. Do what you got to do. Anyway, so around the NFL, a lot of things happening over the last 2 weeks that have just been interesting, right? So Aaron Rodgers,
a lot,
all of a sudden, is a married man. Now, he did say back in, I think, April, when he was on Pat McAfee, he was talking about how he was in a serious relationship, and we were like, okay, Aaron, okay. Now he pop out with a little ring on his finger.
Right.
You should have put a ring on it. Okay, whatever. Aaron Rodgers is married. Not only is he married, he finally signed that contract with the Steelers. So maybe that's what the delay was. He was getting married. Even though I'm sure it was at a private retreat, a dark retreat where the wedding was.
Right.
Nobody was probably there.
Well, one thing I know is his family was not there, right? They probably found out the same way we did that he was married, which is crazy.
Are we surprised that his family wasn't there?
No,
not at all. Not in the least bit. Not in the least bit.
Okay, so just a really random little touch. I used to watch the Bachelor and like that franchise. I don't watch it anymore, but I used to watch it, and his brother Jordan went on the show, and he was like one of the final guys for the Bachelorette, right? And I remember him having to tell her like, yes, Aaron Rodgers is my brother. No, you're not going to meet him. And no, I'm not going to say anything else about him. We just don't talk.
Yeah, like we're actually not great siblings. We don't get along well.
So. Not at all. So,
like, okay, whatever. I guess that works.
So he finally signs with the Steelers, which is great. Finally, like they needed someone else there. They probably needed that vet presence. So I like the move for their rookie. And then, I mean, otherwise you have Mason Rudolph, which, okay.
God bless.
He's serviceable, but he's not going to win you anything. So,
yeah, no, it's really good that Aaron Rodgers is there. I mean, he's a veteran. He's probably seen every single thing that can happen with football. Right. Him and DK Metcalf need to start building that relationship and getting that chemistry down anyway. So I'm glad that he's not missing like a ton of time and dragging this out as dramatic as he could be. He's not. So good for them. Hopefully they can figure out what happens. I still don't think they're going to win their division, but it is what it is.
That's a tough division. I don't know. I could see them making the playoffs maybe, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Unless two teams come out of the AFC West, maybe not. Two or three, maybe not.
I know. So
another big signing that happened this week that it made me go, oh, that's not a bad ad. Like, that's not a bad addition. I kind of like that addition. Nick Chubb signed with the Texans, adding to that running back room already with Joe Mixon. I mean, I think last season taught us that there's power in two running backs. A lot of teams are starting to really go back like into that power run game. The Lions do an exceptional job with it. And there's so many other teams right now that are starting to add in that.
They're trying to do that. Yeah.
Second running back. And I'm like, you know what? I think that's very smart. So Nick Chubb to the Texans is great. I believe the deal was like $5 million, 2.5 guarantee. Like they got him for a bag of chips. Also, like they didn't lose anything in the deal. So they got him for nothing. So, I mean, I think it's a great add-on and they got him at a really good price point.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon in the backfield is phenomenal. So, but
I mean, I hate it for our defense. But
yeah, but we don't play them till. I mean, we'll get into this actually later, but we don't play them till like week 14. So
yeah, but I mean, the one thing that I've noticed about a lot of the teams that we're playing this season is everybody is really focusing on their run game and running the defenses down. So I just really hope that like our defense is going to be ready for that because they're going to see a lot of it this season.
We were very good at the run stop last season. It was just other things we struggled with. So as long as we can keep that going.
Yeah. And just as long as they're ready because they're going to see it like every other week, if not every week. So I'm like, okay.
Literally. So
okay, y'all.
With our next announcement on there.
Literally. J.K. Dobbins to the Broncos, another great addition for them. I mean, he's struggled with like health, but I think he's going to be fine. I think he'll be really, he's another great pick for the Broncos. I mean, he's not going there to be the number one. He's just going there to be depth. So you can't be upset at that at all. That was a really great pickup for them.
Yeah, so he actually had 1,000 yards last season on the Chargers in 13 games. Like he wasn't even healthy the full season.
Well, they didn't really have any receivers either to throw the ball to.
Right. And I don't think they were this year, but regardless. And then the Broncos drafted RJ Harvey, who is also an exciting prospect. So I think that could be kind of a good 1-2 punch on the Broncos.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same thing. Like you said, it's like everyone just keeps adding to their 1-2 punch running back room. And the Chiefs, well, there's a lot of controversial takes with Pacheco. And is he going to take a step back or is he going to kind of go back to how he was before his injury last season, which I'm just praying that he shuts everyone up and does just that. And then, we have Kareem, who's going to actually have a full offseason with us. So I'm really excited about that part. I think people are mad because he's old and like they just want to hate on whatever they can hate on, right? But I think he and Kareem still have potential to be a great 1-2 punch in the league. It's just different. It's just different, So, and then Elijah Mitchell in our backfield. He really excites me. It just, of course, depends on health, but like same with Nick Chubb. He can't stay healthy, so J.K. Dobbins, he can't stay healthy. So everyone wants to say, well, Elijah Mitchell is just going to break in half by week 2. I'm like,
we'll see.
Like, yeah, you don't know. You don't know. And a lot of these other guys do the same thing.
No, it's June.
It's June.
Okay, I'm like, wait, no, it's June. I'm like, it's May. No, it's June.
We're getting into June now, but yeah.
That is what training camp and mini camp and all of those things are for.
Right.
That is where you're building and strengthening and conditioning. And Andy Reid has one of the toughest camps. So if he can survive training camp, I think he's going to be just fine, guys.
If he can get through that, I'm
he'll be just fine.
Yeah,
exactly. So Anthony Richardson still dealing with this shoulder injury, to where he actually went out to LA, I believe, and met with a doctor to figure out like what was going on. And Shane Steichen was just kind of like, we're still waiting to hear results. We don't know what's going on there, but from what it is sounding like, it's not sounding good. And he's been nothing but injury prone, unfortunately, since he's got into the league. So for me, it's like, okay, the Colts may need to start thinking about what does that next quarterback look like for them, because he cannot stay healthy for a full season at this point. And that's really unfortunate because he's a great quarterback.
Right.
And I remember watching not only his pro day, but him at the combine and being like, ooh, like he shocked the heck out of me during his combine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he has a phenomenal arm. He's very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He has like the potential's there. It's just he can't stay healthy yet, which is not a great sign going in. He's year 3 now, right? It's not a great sign going into year 3 that you are going in with an injury. Part of me wonders if they kind of knew that, and that's why they brought in Daniel Jones as well, because
what's Daniel Jones gonna do?
Right, because they needed someone there, but I'm like, maybe they had an inkling that Anthony Richardson
wasn't going to be ready by the start of the
so
season.
maybe they.
I mean, he didn't even finish the season.
No.
So
yeah. I think maybe something happened there. I'm not sure because the Colts have all kinds of stuff going on. But
exactly.
But yeah, well, I mean, I hope the best for him. I hate injuries at this time of the year, but what can you do?
So going on to the Packers, they released Jair Alexander. So all last season, and I guess at the start of this off season, they were trying to work out a deal. Couldn't figure out a deal. Nobody wanted to trade for him, which is wild. But I mean, It's not wild because he has a ton of injury history too. But they couldn't even work a deal out for him and get anything, which is shocking. So they ended up releasing him, and now he's just on the market. So where he is a great cornerback.
Yeah.
Do I want him? No. But I can see where there are some teams that could add him for depth. Again, he doesn't need to go to any team to be their number 1. He definitely needs to go there and be like a 2 or a 3 or a depth piece. I would even say he needs to go there and be a 2 or a 3. He does have veteran presence where he can go and educate a lot of the younger kids and keep them informed. But I just can't believe the Packers weren't able to work out anything for him and they just released him.
That's so crazy because Matt LaFleur was on, I want to say maybe it was Kay Adams' show or something, and he was saying how much he wanted to keep Jair, and they were going to do everything they could to work out a deal. So I couldn't believe they didn't, but I guess it was just a lot of money and the injuries and whatever else. But he'll find a home somewhere else soon, I would think.
I just want to say that the Royals game is on in the background. And they are getting ran on. Okay.
What the hell happened? I turned away for 5 minutes.
In the second inning. Oh my Lord. That's disgusting.
Anyway, I love this bitch too. Gosh dang
Top 3. Okay. Well, the Yankees are just pretty darn good. Okay.
Yeah, anyway. They are.
So while I take that Royals break, I had to go into the Royals before we got into this next team because
oh my God,
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. If you say that you need to get holy water for a team, touch the hem of Jesus, this would be the team that needs to do that. The way that they are struggling so bad right now with just everything. So We're talking about the Bengals here. They released Jermaine Pratt, which wild signed with the Raiders today. Like
he's a good linebacker.
I said, of course he signed with the Raiders. Of course he did. Not only are they dealing with that, they're dealing with all of these contract issues, which they've been dealing with, honestly, for the last year. They assumed, and I guess I should not be clear because they and the team and they versus fans and reporters are not the same they. Those are two different theys, right? Everybody was saying, we're going to get everybody paid. And I'm like, y'all have $12. How are y'all going to pay everybody? Like, you paid Joe Burrow. You had to pay Jamar Chase. You paid T. Higgins an insane amount of money, which is ridiculous because there's no way. I still think them signing T was a terrible idea.
I think they could have
got
him.
A lot of picks back for him.
Mm-hmm.
Should have traded him, got a lot of picks for him, freed up that cap space, and maybe not lost your whole entire defense like you're currently doing. But they can't find Trey Hendrickson ain't there. Is he even in the state of Ohio? Let's start there. Not there at all. Didn't go to OTAs, not at minicamp. He's sitting out and waiting for a contract, which is the smartest thing that he should be doing. He led the league in sacks last year. Not only did he lead the league in sacks last year, he did the year before that as well. So
and people are saying it's like because of his age, they don't want to pay him. And I'm like,
which is ridiculous.
He has earned all of his money and more. Like, you can't just always blame things on age.
I don't know what signing T. Higgins before signing Trey Hendrickson is asinine.
Especially when you already had nothing on defense last year and you saw what happened. Like,
nothing on defense, and you just lost Jermaine Pratt. They lost somebody else, and you still haven't signed Trey Hendrickson. And they didn't have that great of a draft. So I don't know what the Bengals
insert next
going for. Like, I'm genuinely not sure what their objective is.
Right.
Like, what are the focuses here? Like, what are y'all trying to do? So I said it last year. Did I say it last year or the year before? Anyway, I think their window is closed. They're not winning the division this year. They're not getting the wild card this year. Literally, the only way they're going to win games is if they put up 40 to 50 points a game.
Right. Which,
if they put up 40 to 50 points a game and their offense owns time of possession, so your defense doesn't have to be on the field. But that's not who Joe Burrow is. That's not who their offense is. They don't know how to run the clock down.
No, and I don't think Joe Burrow, he's a good game manager, but he's not who I'm going to take in clutch time,
Absolutely not. And so that has a lot to do with their coaching too. I think their coach is just not that great. So even if their coach should be able to be like, all right, we're going to go church mode right here and we're going to slow down, And I just
think, for one, their coaching staff does not do that. And then, like you said, I don't know the plan on defense. It doesn't make any sense to me.
This is going on.
They have their new guy, Shabbar Stewart, right? Who's their first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole entire mess. He hasn't even touched the field yet. He hasn't even.
Correct.
So
the Bengals have not figured out
no sense.
So for everybody listening who doesn't understand, that's the rookie that they just drafted this year. That's their first round pick. They haven't come to an agreement on his contract yet. So since they haven't, which I also don't understand, since they haven't come to an agreement on his contract yet, so he hasn't touched the dirt yet. He hasn't been to OTAs. He hasn't been to minicamp. He hasn't done anything yet. All he has is this playbook, and he's doing his own training on the side.
And I listened to one of their reporters, Kelsey Conway. She was speaking on it, and she said there's stipulations in the contract that they've put in the past 2 years for their first round picks. That is something with the guaranteed money. Like if something happens, if he's injured, if something happens off the field, if there's character, something, whatever it is that they've put in the contract for the past 2 first round picks. and they aren't willing to like put in his, and they want him to be the guinea pig for this. And he's like, no, I'm not going to be your freaking guinea pig when you guys don't even pay like the sacks leader. Like there's no motivation for him to want to sign that when they're not doing you fairly. So absolutely. I get it. Like I don't always agree with a rookie who hasn't touched the field because, like, I can see why Bengals fans are annoyed, but, like, they should be annoyed at their front office, if anything.
Absolutely. Their front office has been doing a horrific job for years.
Horrific.
And for some strange odd reason, they continue to impress me with the level of lackluster. Like, how
it just gets worse.
How are you worse every year? Like,
I don't know.
How do you manage to be an even better team than you were the year before? I don't get it. I don't understand. So, there's a lot going on there. I wish the Chiefs had the money. You know what? Find the money and go pay Trey Hendrickson because I will gladly take somebody on this team that could get 15 sacks a year.
Right. Alongside Chris Jones. Are you kidding?
Please sign me the hell up immediately. Sign me up immediately.
Plus George and Charles. Oh my God.
Hell, y'all can have Charles. Give us Trey. Y'all can have him. Sorry.
I'm a glutton for. I want everyone. I'm like everyone.
Yeah. Well, we're broke, so
I know.
We can't even pay our Trey or our Trent. So we still got 2 dudes waiting to get paid. Lastly, around the NFL today in camp, because of course you guys know there's mini camp happening right now all around the league except in Kansas City. Wide receiver Noah Brown went down for the Commanders today. He was carted off the field, and they said that like he ended up. There's no update on what happened to him, but they said it wasn't good, and he was sitting on the sidelines with like a towel over his head. So whenever you see something like that, you know that it's not good. But there's no update. So sending prayers to him, hope that he is okay. And then the Bills, their first round cornerback Maxwell Harrison, he also went down today. So no update on him either, but hopefully those guys are good, because it sucks when you lose somebody this early in the season. The only thing is you could go out and get somebody still if you needed to, because it is so early. So like there's a bittersweet thing there for teams, but it really just it sucks when you see guys get injured. And I'm really hoping that this season is not as bad as last season. I feel like there were so many injuries last year all across the NFL.
So bad.
So
it was so bad. And
I'll push my agenda later in the summer, but hopefully dudes play during training camp. Preseason. I push the agenda that I think players need to play during preseason.
Yeah, I agree.
They need to warm up, get those muscles going in real-time action, and not just what you're doing at training camp. And I think if guys did that, that'll prevent some injuries. But also, who am I?
That's why we love Andy Reid's mentality on playing your starters during preseason and all
even
that
if it's
stuff.
for one.
Even if it's for one drive, like that's all we usually do. But it's like they need their bodies warmed up and in football shape. So why not do it? I double down on. I just hate seeing injuries this early. Like I hate a June and July injury. It's so just get them to the season. Like I just want to see y'all start the season at least. Yes, I know there's injuries in football. We get it, but like,
it stinks. Mm-hmm. Well, a little bit about Chiefs OTAs, because we're still at OTA.
Not a ton to say, but
the offense is looking good, and when I say the offense, I mean the receivers. Rashee Rice has been looking good. It looks like Hollywood Brown has been looking good. Xavier Worthy has been looking good. For some dumb reason, they're trying him out as special teams. Don't love that as a kick returner at all, but they've been doing it. I hope it's a smokescreen and that it's not really happening, but Rashee Rice looks like he is fully back from this injury and he is ready to go. But we kind of started seeing that a little bit at the end of last season, so great to see that, and I'm glad that we did not push and rush him back so that he could be 100% going into this year. So very happy to see what I'm seeing from him. and just all the guys in the wide receiver room. It's great to see Hollywood Brown too, just because we didn't get a full season of him last year. So to see him out there and building chemistry with the guys and going back and forth with Pat and whoever, it's really good to see. So I love it. Very happy.
And I guess Jalen Royals has made some impressive plays too. And then
yeah,
I guess in the tight end room, Robert Tonyan is like the one to watch right now. I guess he's made some pretty impressive catches and whatnot from both Gardner and Patrick. So I think that's exciting. He's one I'm excited to watch in training camp is Robert Tonyan. I think there's a lot of potential there. He is he's kind of a vet, so I think it can be kind of fun. We'll see what happens, but
the Chiefs did add another tight end to the room today. They did go out and get,
Kevin something. What's his last name?
Give me 1/2 of a second, because
he's basically
Foyes. I can't say it. Foelsch. Foyes. I'm gonna butcher it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she added another tight end to the room. Kind of love that, just because we don't have a ton of tight end depth, and it's something that we definitely need in the room. Even if he's just a camp body, which is a very high possibility.
He's definitely a camp body.
It's great to just have somebody out there who can be in the room and listen from the vets. Listening from Travis, listening from Noah. You can't go wrong with that. So it's always great to have just another camp body that can get beat up on. Other than that, there were some things kind of going on over this past weekend about the offensive line, and me and Lexi both literally did the stank face, which my face is frozen because I just got some Botox, so I can't really frown as much as I used to. But there were some things going on, some rumors about the offensive line and how they were banged up. And me and Lexi, we love hearing things like that because it's very clickbaity when it's coming out in the month of June.
Definitely.
The month of June, the offensive line is banged up. Well, duh. Aren't they always banged up? Isn't every single player, isn't all 90, 100 players that's currently on the team right now, everybody is beat up, right? So it was kind of interesting to hear that they said that. They said that Jalen Moore is a little banged up. Juwan Taylor is a little banged up. Josh Simmons is looking better, but he could be a little bit banged up.
But we knew that. We know that.
Okay.
Right.
I will stress out. Me and Lexi both text each other and we're like, you know what? We'll worry about it in August.
Yeah. If this is a thing mid-August, sure, I'll stress out a little bit more.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm going to be like, it's June.
11th.
Sure, would I love everyone to be 100%? I'd love every single person in the NFL to be 100%. But that's just not life. So
if you think they're banged up right now in OTAs, you just wait till minicamp. You just wait. Wait till they're out there and they're in the heat and they're hot.
And what's happening to the other minicamp right now? It's
just wait. I cannot wait. Do you know how many reports came out last year during training camp of,
oh my God,
this person is sick today? Yeah, because they're outside dehydrated because Andy Reid got them running nonstop. It's always for 4 hours.
Oh no, Juwan Taylor was carted off. Wanye Morris was carted off. Well,
Hollywood Brown's taking a sick day.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy is out illness today. And it's like, well, yeah, because they're dehydrated. They're probably getting IVs.
Right.
They're probably getting IVs and treatment, guys.
So we have to remember to just not freak out at every single report you hear, because chances are it's trying to garner some clicks. It's trying to say, come see my article and why they did this and whatever it is. So just remember that. and this is why, Andy Reid is pretty nonchalant about a lot, but he's very honest about injuries and if you need to worry or not. And he will tell you, okay, Hollywood's not going to be back for a long time. Okay, he'll get you ready for it.
I'm traumatized by Eric Berry day by day.
Oh my God. I mean, the day by day has never ended since then.
I just had trauma. I just had a terrible flashback.
I know.
That was awful.
But remember, he literally hasn't changed since then. It's always, it's day by day.
Day by day.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. It lasted for 2 years. It was the worst.
Right.
It was a work together. Anyway, back to people being healthy and looking like them normal selves. Super excited for Isaiah Pacheco. Again, somebody who was probably rushed back last year, but came back because we were going on a Super Bowl run. So why would you not bring back your best running back?
And people want to get mad at our running back room and mad at Pacheco for whatever reason. A lot of Chiefs Kingdom has turned on him, but I'm like, this man was our lead running back, got us to 3 Super Bowls in a row, 2 wins. So, like, I don't know why we're hating on Pacheco so much. He might not be like Saquon Barkley, but he's a good running back.
Nobody's Saquon Barkley.
Right. So, like, we got to...
Saquon Barkley's not even him. I think he's like a clone.
He's not a... Yeah.
He's not human. But no, you got to... Come on, guys. Chill out. And then it sounds like... I don't know what this next bullet point says. Special teams... Andy Hill announced his retirement today.
Yes.
So, man, he has been. I don't know why I was struggling to read that bullet point, but
probably because
that's incredibly sentimental, very sentimental, and he has done so much for the special teams in general as a coach. Like, it sucks that he is retiring because we've seen how great the special teams could be over the last few years, especially how they've been able to like kind of make their just adjustments mid-season. So shout out to him and everything that he has done. Porter Elliott has been promoted into his role. So really,
which I'm really excited for Porter Elliott and his. I posted about it earlier that I was excited for him in his new role. Because I think he's Andy Reid's left-hand man, right? I don't know if you guys have heard his story.
Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if you haven't heard his story, there was an episode during the franchise last season where they got pretty into his story and everything that Porter Elliott has been through. But he's just awesome. I'm really excited for him to get this opportunity as the assistant special teams coach with Dave Toub. I think he's going to be great. And then... I said that earlier, and then his wife commented that she's all excited too. She's like, "Oh, I'm proud too," or whatever. So, I don't know, just really excited for them and their family. They just seem like the sweetest family, and I'm excited for him and his new opportunity.
Well, good for him. Good for them. Whatever you do, just make sure the special team still looks great every
Well,
year.
You know what? With Dave Toub, it always will.
Yeah, I'm like more pressure on Dave Toub, honestly, but excited to,
and then
we'll see how it goes. We'll take it day by day. We'll take it day by day.
Day by day.
All right. So to kind of get into our topic for the actual day, we're going to kind of do something similar to what we did last episode. Last episode, we tapped into the whole entire AFC West and we went over their schedules. We predicted W's and L's. This time we're going to change it up a little bit. The AFC West is playing the AFC South this year. So what we're going to do is look at the 4 teams in the AFC South and predict whether they're going to win or lose against the AFC West teams. We're not going to go over every single game. And then at the very end, we're going to just guess who we think is going to win the AFC South division. And whoever wins, like, are any of the teams good enough to be a wild card team as well, which I don't think so, but we'll see as we kind of go through their schedules. So first, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's look at the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans play the AFC West this year, as we just discussed. And
they open with the Broncos.
crazy. So, oh shoot, do I need paper and pen?
Yeah, we can.
Jesus Christ. I mean, we're only doing the 4 games.
No, we're
only doing the 4 games, so it's like, okay, but I still have a terrible memory. Okay.
So we got
so we're going to start with the Tennessee Titans. So, of course, they played the 4 teams of the AFC West. Week 1 for them, they played the Denver Broncos on the road. That's an L.
Yeah, that's definitely an L.
Now, I will say, I am excited to see quarterback
Cam Ward.
God bless. Why could not?
They're literally giving
He's only the number 1 pick. He's only the number 1 pick.
They're giving him one of the toughest defenses in the league to start week
Jesus
1.
Christ,
So
he's definitely
welcome to the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely he's gonna get a welcome to the NFL moment quick. Like he might be. I'm probably gonna take him for 2 interceptions. Like, dang.
Yeah.
Poor Cam. That's okay.
I know.
And then we're just gonna fast forward all the way. Their next AFC West game isn't until week 6, and they're on the road again against the Raiders.
Yes.
Do we think the Titans beat the Raiders week 6?
Man.
This
Raiders.
The Titans schedule is pretty intense. Like, y'all can kind of zoom in and see what their schedule is since we have their graphic up right now. But woo! Richard, how many wins did the Titans even have last year? 4?
Not even, probably.
They won 2.
1.
I mean, they were the number 1 pick. 2, 3 wins. I could probably look this up.
I'm gonna say they could win against the Raiders.
I have them losing to the Raiders.
Wait, did I have them? Let's see. Yeah, actually, I'm looking at from 2 weeks ago when we did the whole thing. I had them losing, or I had the Raiders losing to them. So yeah, I think the Titans could get them on 1. I think they could.
3 wins and 14 losses for
Sounds
the Titans.
About right.
Right. We're like, how many? Me, I said 4. You're like 3, 2. I'm like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. I had the Raiders beating them. So yeah, I'm pretty on trend for what I said too. And then their next AFC West game comes week 9. And that's going to be the Chargers at home.
I think that is a loss.
God bless. They're going to get swept by the AFC West.
No, I have them winning. I have them beating the Raiders.
Oh, goodness gracious. And then they are at home December 21st against the Chiefs at noon.
Chiefs are going to pull some BS, but we're going to win.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to pull any BS. I think it's just going to be.
I think I'm traumatized from the last time we played in Tennessee and we scored 3 total points with Tyreek Hill and Travis's prime, and it would just 3 points. 3 points.
That team has changed so much since then. Like,
we just do so weird with the AFC South. Like, they're not good, but we just struggle.
Well, I have the Titans going 0-4.
All right. I have them 1-3 against the West.
I have them going 0-4 against the AFC West.
Yeah.
God bless. Poor Titans. You know, I mean, they're still very much in it's rebuilding. It's not even a retooling. They're still in a rebuilding season.
You're still in a time where
but they are getting a brand new, beautiful, shiny stadium.
They are.
That's nice. I don't know how they're going to fill the stands up, but they're getting a brand new, shiny stadium. And
I mean, Cam is going to sell them some tickets. Cam Ward, you know.
He should. He should definitely sell them some tickets. I mean, he went to Florida. Florida's not far. I'm sure people from Florida are going to go up to Tennessee because that's not a far commute to go see him play. But man, God bless. Yeah, I definitely have them going 0-4.
All right.
Let's go ahead and switch over to the Colts schedule. So if you guys don't know, the AFC South, I guess I should. That's the Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're missing a team, and the Texans. So yeah, we'll go. Worst to best. So Colts.
So their white is away and blue is home. By the way.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So their first blue is home. Their first AFC West game comes week 2 against the Broncos at home.
At home, yeah. What do you think?
I have them losing.
I do too.
Jeez. Oh man,
that's an L.
I have them losing week 2. I mean, their opener is Miami. But yeah, I definitely have them losing week 2 to the Broncos. Their next AFC West game comes week 5, and that's at home against the Raiders.
Week 5. I have them losing that too.
Dang, I do too.
I don't,
I had to go look at what we did for the AFC West.
If their quarterback is Danny Dimes, I don't see it being great.
I don't see it. Yeah. And the Raiders have a good defense. Like, people got to stop sleeping on that Raiders defense. Their offense might not be able to do anything, but they do have Geno Smith.
I'm not asleep on their offense. They have Genty, they have Geno Smith, and
they got Pete Carroll now. That's team
Brock Bowers, who was insane.
Insane.
Who's their receiver that didn't even drop a pass last year? He had 100% catch rate.
Oh yeah,
Jacoby Myers.
Yes.
So
and they got Pete Carroll. They have a new they're going
to be a good team. It's annoying, but
keep trying to tell y'all. Their next game. Oh, my phone.
But we still have them losing the division. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do.
Raiders.
Yeah, I definitely do. I tried to be optimistic for like 2 seconds. Their next game comes week 7, and it's away at the Chargers.
So am I gonna? You know what? Wait. Chargers. What is it? Week what?
Week 7.
I have the Chargers winning that too, so I might have them losing.
I have the Chargers also winning that game. Dang. And then,
but I do think it could be. I think it could be one of those weird games where like they could win, but I think just on paper they should lose.
They're gonna take an L.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
And then they play week 12 on the road in Kansas City.
L.
God, dog. Okay, so I have the Colts going 0-4 in the AFC
same
West.
Apparently. Jeez.
Christ.
Whoops.
This little drill that we're doing is hilarious. I'm like, this is kind of funny. This is hilarious. Man. Now, Jacksonville Jaguars. They got the number 2 pick of the draft. They don't know if he's playing corner or if he's playing receiver. All he does is dance and sing and smile at camp. And he's creating all of the high vibes, which the people love.
He's going to sell some tickets. Which is great.
He's definitely going to sell tickets. Travis Hunter, everybody is so excited for him. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into Jacksonville's schedule now. I swear to God, every single clip I see of Travis Hunter, he's like,
oh yeah, he's just having the time of his life.
Like having the time of his life.
He just got married. He's cruising. So good.
Married, no prenup. Dumb. But his teammates, they either love him or they're like, you're annoying as hell. So like,
right.
It's like the little brother that won't go away. Like, shut up. Like, calm down. Like, give him, like, I won't say that, but Jesus Christ, like, calm down. Please calm down. So Jacksonville, which I actually think that they're going to be a decent team this year.
I do too.
In their division, I think that they're going to be a decent team this year. So
defense a little questionable, but I do think they're
absolutely. I think they'll be a decent team. I think they should be a fun watch. I mean, I like Trevor Lawrence.
I'm kind of excited. Yeah.
I'll definitely be watching, and they're going to get some primetime games because of Travis Hunter solely. So
our game against them is primetime.
Exactly.
I think it's Monday Night Football, right? So yeah.
So okay, they have, how many primetime games do they have?
Probably not. I don't know.
Oh, they just have one, and it's
only one.
Okay, well,
versus us. Okay,
yeah.
They have their London games too, which are technically primetime.
They didn't put the primetime asterisk next to it, like their schedule. If you look at that very small dot on the bottom
very
left,
small.
Very small dot. It says primetime. There's only one. Anyway, their first AFC West game comes week 5, and it's the Chiefs.
Chiefs tend to own the Jaguars in the Mahomes era. And especially, we always play them in Jacksonville in the regular season, it feels like. But that's a win for me.
That game is at home. Yeah,
we love to win in Jacksonville.
That game is at home for them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I have them taking an L there. Now, it's going to be hot in Jacksonville week 5 in Florida. It's not going to be like September hot because that'll be October, I believe. September, October. I think that's October. It's going to be hot regardless. That heat. So, and then their next AFC West game comes week 9, and that is away at the Raiders.
I think that's week 6, but yeah.
Nope, week 9 at the Raiders. Week 6, they play Seattle.
Oh, I'm looking at it wrong. Okay. I have them losing. No. Week 9. I have them beating the Raiders, but I kind of changed my mind. I kind of think they can beat the Raiders. I mean, I think the Raiders can beat them, actually.
I'm looking at what I put. 1, 2.
I know.
So I had the Raiders at 7 wins, okay, and 10 losses.
Same.
And I had the Raiders beating Jacksonville.
I have them losing to them, but I think they can win. I think the Raiders are going to win that one.
You think the Raiders are going to win?
Yeah, just because I don't know about Jacksonville's defense.
I have Jacksonville losing to the Raiders. I'm like sitting here counting what I did last time, like making sure that it's 10 L's.
I know. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I have Jacksonville losing to them. But I agree that it's because that game is in Vegas. I think the only reason why I have the Raiders winning is because I don't know how well, I was going to say, I don't know how well Jacksonville travels, but they actually travel very well.
Yeah, they
travel very well. So I'm like,
And they have fans like all over the place, kind of randomly.
Literally.
So, you know.
I still have the Raiders winning. Yeah. I got the Raiders winning. Week 11, they are at home against the Chargers.
Chargers. I actually have the Chargers losing that one.
Really? I have the Chargers winning.
I'm gonna say they lose just for fun. Just because I could actually see it happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah.
Like
I have the Chargers winning, but it could be that's a 50-50 game. That's a toss.
Yeah.
I just want to make it very clear that I have the Titans, the Colts, and the Jags all going 0-4 in the AFC West. They play the Chiefs. Oh, I already said the Chiefs. And then they play the Broncos away in Denver, week 16.
That's such an L. That's
such a loss. Big L. They're going to get murdered out there.
Like,
week
for
16,
one,
it's going to be cold.
Oh my God, it's going to be cold. It's going to be the altitude. Yeah. The Broncos defense. I mean, the Jaguars do have a good offense, and I am excited about it, but I do think Trevor Lawrence versus this defense isn't going to be pretty.
No,
therefore,
not at all.
The Broncos are going to win.
Not at all. So yeah, I have the Jags 0-4 against the AFC.
Yeah,
West.
I have 3-1, or 1-3.
You have the Colts 1-3, right?
No, Colts. I have all losses somehow.
0-4. You
And
have somebody winning. Something.
The Titans. I have the Titans beating the Raiders. Why not?
I mean, I hope they do.
We'll revisit it later on.
I hope they do. You're not wrong. I hope they do.
I just think it could be one of those games. But.
You're not wrong. Okay, let's get into the last team in the AFC South, and that is going to be the Houston Texans. The stars at night are big and bright.
Oh, no.
In the heart of Texas. I can't help it. It's the Texan in me coming out.
The Dallas in you. Even though it's not even Dallas, but whatever.
I know. But my whole family is from Houston. So
right. you have it in you anyway.
See, I know my family, they were like, we're all coming up for the Chiefs Texans game. And I said, sure, come on.
Absolutely.
Come right on up. They came up last year too. So it's kind of
absolutely.
Okay, so the Texans. I don't know.
They don't even play any of us for a while.
I know.
Like the back end.
So let me say this first about the Texans. They're kind of in a prove it year. This is Stroud's third year 3.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I keep calling him a rookie, this is year 3 for him.
It's year
2, his sophomore year was not great. So this is his year of getting back on track.
Yeah.
Can D'Amico figure out new schemes for the offense? Because he's a defensive heavy guy. But yeah, this is a prove it year for the Texans. They're probably not going to have Nico Collins for a while still, which sucks because of his injury. But then they just signed who they just signed?
Oh, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, we talked about that 40 minutes ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's really, really clear that, and their offensive line was a struggle. So I think what they are trying to do,
and they got rid of their left tackle.
Crazy. I think what they're trying to do is put as much focus on the offense, on the run game as possible. So people have to stack the box, so that gives CJ time to throw the ball. I think that's the agenda that they're going for, but we'll see how they actually deliver.
Right.
Like, I feel like if it's going to be a situation to where you see the line starting to collapse, he's going to pass the ball off to a running back and be like, go. So he doesn't hit the ground, because he hit the ground a lot last year.
Yeah, he was sacked a ton.
And I hate it because CJ is one of my favorite quarterbacks.
Yeah, we love CJ.
I love
good vibes for CJ, but
absolutely
not too good, but
yeah, enough to, we'll get there. So is that the Rams? That's the Rams. Okay. I'm looking at week 1. I'm like, LA.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the Rams. Okay. I'm like, that's a little bit.
That's a great game for week 1.
That's a great starting game.
Love
Absolutely.
that.
So their first AFC West game. Am I tripping?
No, it's week 9. Yeah.
Jesus. Their first game is at home against the Broncos.
Let's see what I had for that. I have the Broncos losing. Yeah, I like that. I
have the Broncos losing to the Texans.
Yeah, I think they win that one.
I know ball.
I just think the Texans defense is also very elite.
They're so good.
And I just think CJ is going to get his get back over there. So yeah, I have that as a win for the Texans.
I do too. Love that for us real bad. Week 14 is they literally play the AFC West in like
right.
Week 14 away in Kansas City against the Texans.
I have us beating them.
I have the Chiefs winning, but I think the Texans may be trying to get revenge on last year for losing at Arrowhead. And not that it wasn't any Chiefs player's fault, right? But the Nico injury happened in Arrowhead.
Right.
So I feel like they need like a spark of happiness.
In Arrowhead, yeah.
Arrowhead.
That's fair. I think
still have them losing, but that would be
Spags gives CJ too many issues, too many fits, and I think that's going to happen again.
Yeah.
I don't think they beat us. I can see why you do, but I don't.
Yeah.
See it. I don't know.
Oh no, I have the Chiefs winning, but
yeah,
I could see it being like, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Week 18, Raiders at home.
Or no, that's week 16.
Oh, 16. Lord, y'all know I need glasses.
18 is the last week. So I'm like, wait.
8 look alike, okay?
No. They do. And these little tiny little screens. Yeah.
Exactly. And which is crazy because I got an iPhone Max Plus and I'm like, this screen is still too small. Like, anyway.
I have the Raiders losing.
I do too.
Texans winning. So we'll see.
I have the Texans winning. 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have the Texans winning.
Mm-hmm.
And then week 17, the Chargers.
I actually have the Chargers losing.
I have the Texans. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the Chargers winning.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm losing.
Yeah. So
I
I
have
have
the Texans beating them.
So I have the Broncos and the Raiders, them beating them, and them losing to the Chiefs and the Chargers. So I have them 2-2 in the AFC West.
Well, we'll see, because it'll be a wild
What do you have them?
rematch.
What do you have them?
Texans I have with 3 wins, 1 loss.
Ooh, yeah. 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you this, which I think is evidently clear. Who do you think wins the AFC South?
I think we're both going to say Texans there.
Yeah, if I had to like go and rank like that whole division, I would say Texans.
It's not.
Jags. Colts.
You know,
who takes the 3? The Colts or the Titans?
I almost want to say Titans, but I feel like I'm just kind of going off of a vibe that like I want to see them do better with Cam Ward, and I'm not really sold on the Colts with Daniel Jones
at all. But they play in a dome.
But their team is decent. Like they have a decent defense. They have a pretty good O-line. They have a good running back in Jonathan Taylor, if he can stay healthy.
Okay, what was the Colts record last year?
Let's see. I feel like it was like mid, like.
Do we know?
2024 record. It was so Texans were 10-7, Colts were 8-9, Jags were 4-13, and Titans were 3-4. Or no, 4-13, Titans were 3-14. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the Colts at the 3rd spot, and the
back to the Titans.
I don't know, man.
Huh? I do feel like the Titans are still a few pieces away from winning a bunch of games. Like they might surprise us, but I just don't see them winning a lot.
No. I'm like, no.
So I think I'm in agreement. I think Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans.
Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Titans.
Man, we're trying.
We'll get back eventually, but not today.
Eventually. Well, no, I love that. So I think that also just kind of proves that I think the AFC West is just going to be really good this year too.
It
is. I think that they're going to like steamroll through.
It absolutely
this year. So like every single team, and I don't really give the AFC West praise much, but I do think that we have
a lot silly not to.
More good teams than the other teams. Now watch us say that, and then they be terrible.
I know,
because that happened to us like 2 years ago when we were like, I think the whole entire AFC West is going to be great.
It was like still the Raiders that were questionable, but everyone else we were like, oh yeah, they're going to be great. They're going to be great. And they still weren't. So exactly. You got to prove it. You got to prove it. It's still the Chiefs to lose, but yeah.
Exactly. Got to prove it. But I do think that we will see improvement in the AFC West this year.
I genuinely think we will. Like I'd be shocked if it wasn't crazy.
Right. And honestly, I know that I said the Raiders are going to go 7-10, but would I be shocked if every team ended with over a 500 record? No.
Or yeah, I know.
So
it's crazy. So
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway,
it's June.
It's June. We're just trying to find filler.
We're just having fun, yeah.
Right. But no, so that was great. I'm excited to see what the football season looks like in general. All the games, all the matchups, all the new additions, all the everything. I can't wait to see training camp, how that goes, how teams are like rolling. Like I'm just ready. I also can't wait to see the teams that play against each other during training camp, something Andy Reid will never do, but like watching the fight, all the things already happening. So yeah. We're getting closer.
So glad that Andy Reid doesn't make us do joint practices.
Yes, joint practices, trash. Anyway, well, that was all that we have for y'all today. Shout out to y'all for hanging out with us, even though we missed y'all last week and took a week off. We will be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please make sure that you check out the OG Hour tomorrow. And if you're not, make sure you're following Arrowhead Addict on all platforms, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, and the Kingdom's Queens. Make sure you're following us on all platforms, YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all of the places that you can find us. Other than that, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.